Believe, 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 believe. Just believe. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, Kenyatta.
Hello, Edner. How are you? Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing day. And we're ready to have a inspiring, challenging
Oh,
conversation today. You got that feedback
we,
again, huh?
yeah. So don't worry, don't worry. The feedback is good for us too, and to see where we are and what
Yes.
we're gonna do. How is everyone? How is everyone? So welcome to our talk. Our talk is your talk. So be here with confidence and let's talk about confidence.
Confidence. I know. I know we talked about what are we going to talk about? And, I think one thing as we look around us, right, we see so many people falling apart, and we see a lot of people holding it together too. But I do think it's an important question that I oftentimes have to reevaluate myself, and that's where does the source of your confidence come from? The source of your faith, the source of your strength. Where is it? The source of your identity, right? Where does that come from? And it's an important one that we have to understand, right? Because it seems like, and a lot of us put a lot of confidence in material things. And I want us to be able to challenge ourselves and really look at where do we put our confidence. So yes. So Edner, let's start with you, or should we start with me? Where
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah. So,
source of
so
your confidence?
yeah, before I start this question, I want to say thank you for joining us. Remember, you are co-host and not my guest.
Okay.
So it is my co-host Kenyatta. We are so joyful to come here this afternoon. Welcome, Eve. Eve greeting us is the first person come here. So hello Kenyatta. How are you guys? We are doing
Hola.
fine.
Hola.
I know it's in
I,
English.
I like to say hola. It's fun to me.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that. So thank you for your presence, man,
Yeah.
and we hope that we're gonna spend a good time together and really good time sharing. And it's a conversation, so be in it and leave your message, use your comment, and answer the question. So
Mhm.
and we start right now. Is the conversation? You see,
Yes.
where, who is the source of your confidence? You
Hmm.
start. You start.
Me to start. You know,
Yeah.
my confidence. I'm going to tell a quick story about myself,
Yeah.
and that I grew up um, very poor. Some of the projects in the United States where not a real strong upbringing, and I grew up with terrible low self-esteem, a terrible sense of self-value and self-worth. And as a result, I just struggled. I struggled real bad, just fitting in. I never really fit in. Even now, sometimes I feel like I don't fit in. I've just developed tools, social tools and skills that help me. I don't want to say fit in, but make me feel more comfortable. And it wasn't until I didn't grow up in church, right? We used to go to church, but I think our family just put us on the church bus so they could get a break on Sunday mornings. But so my family wasn't church of, that kind of life. But it wasn't until my teenage years that I just struggled really bad, and I needed something. And I connected with the woman from church, and she started bringing me to church, and I started learning about God and faith on a different level. And I made a decision back then is that I couldn't find a way to be confident in myself. So I needed something to hold on to. And I decided in my teenage years is that I was going to tap into the God that I knew was in me. I knew God came for me. He died on a cross for us, and that he died for us. And that greater is he, the spirit that lives in all of us is greater than he is of the world. So I started to say, you know what? I don't have faith in Kenyatta. I don't have confidence in Kenyatta, but I have faith and I have confidence in the God that I know and I trust. So that became the source very early in my teenage years, that I was going to hold on to that as my confidence. And it just grew from there. So that's where my source is. It is the love of Christ is my source.
Yeah, amen. Yeah. So, and listen to the part of your story. So me and I can see that God, Jesus, is the source of my confidence too,
Mm,
And I truly believe in God.
mm-hmm,
And again, and I truly believe that God put something inside of me too.
mm,
So if you believe in God and you don't believe in yourself, not on the way to comparing the belief that you have in yourself with the belief you have in God, but you will not be able to face the situation of life. So for
mm-hmm.
me, I don't talk about my life, what I'm going through. I say I wait a moment when I become in the highest place, and now I'm gonna tell people about my,
Yes,
you know.
yes. But I think,
But
you know, Edna, I think sometimes that part, a lot of us don't tell our testimony. A lot of people don't tell what we're going through because it seems like it's a sign of weakness, or like we live in a time where everything is a comparison. We're comparing our life and all of these things,
yeah,
and we stray away from our the things we go through, our trials and our tribulations. But the Bible tells us, right, even in our tribulations, it worketh our patience, right? And all things lead to building us a stronger faith, a stronger confidence.
yeah. No, but because I know there's some part of your story.
Hmm.
So not everyone needs to know that part because you know it's not because we don't share our story. And
Hmm.
for me, I don't share my story or to tell people. So you know that I'm going through a lot of pain. I come from Haiti, and it's in a country with instability. I don't come in. I just come within this internet to talk about the problem because many people,
Right,
if you Google the problem, you're gonna find that problem.
right,
The
right.
the problem exists. So I work on myself and what I can bring to the
Hmm.
tapestry. What I can bring, what got put inside of me that I can materialize, internalize, and share it to the world. This is where is my focus.
Right.
So not because I don't write, I don't know I have to tell that story. I
Hmm.
know, I
Oh,
know nobody gonna write that story for me,
right, right, right.
and I keep writing my story while I'm writing my story. So I don't complain. I
Hmm.
just do my best.
Right, right.
Yeah, that's what I do. I do my best every single time because
Hmm.
sometimes we come here to do something, but
Hmm.
if you don't believe in yourself, if you believe, for example, where you were going, where you were from,
Hmm.
and you have all these things in your head, what's gonna happen? You think that maybe I cannot build my own TV show. I
Hmm.
cannot do that because you see, if there is someone in my family that already did it, is someone that I know in my environment that already did it, you
Right.
know. So now, where is your confidence?
Hmm.
You see, you put confidence in the sense of comparison, something like that.
Right. Right. That's true. That's true. I think two part that's part of and you're right. I think part of this the testimony is, being able to go through your trials, go through your tribulations, and when you come out of that, when you are delivered from that, that is a good time to tell your testimony, because it's a reminder to everyone, everybody is going through, everybody's going to go through something. And and part of my story is, as I started to kind of tap into who God was in me, I think that's where the scriptures became so important too, right? Is now when I read the scripture that says, before the foundation of the world, that God knew me, right? And that he came and he prepared a place for me. Those became, again, they just became building blocks to my confidence, right? And I have to stand on those things. And that's why we have to know who we are. It's so important
Yeah,
to know
yeah, yeah, yeah.
who you are, because it's very contradicting to all the messages that we have, all the messages that is put in us, a lot of messages that we see. It tells us that we're not great. It tells us that we're not enough. It
Yeah,
tells us that,
yeah, yeah.
you know it tells us that we're below and not above. But when I read the scripture, right, the scripture
Yeah.
tells me that I am above, and that I shall have, and I have already inherited the riches, right? We have to hold on to those things, right? So sometimes some of us are put our confidence in our social class. Some of us put confidence in our bank account.
Hmm.
Some of us put confidence in the circles we surround ourselves, or job titles, or positions, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? But what happens when those things, when tribulation come, right? What happens when that bank account gets depleted? What happens when that job goes away, right? What happens when those people in those circles turn on you? Where's your confidence?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I want the audience to really start to think about, where's your confidence? Where's the source of your confidence? Reevaluate it. And it's okay to continually reevaluate it.
Yeah, so I believe in God, and I believe in God. I believe in what God already done in my life, and I
Mm-hmm.
believe in what God is doing in my life and what God gonna do in my life.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, this is you know when people say that you can do it, I say, if God say yes, so
Right.
I will do it.
Yes.
You know, if God say yes, when people think about my past, so I see the present, the life
Mm-hmm.
that I have, and what God put as in store for me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't talk with the Bible, but I know we can resume the Bible, say
Mm-hmm.
the God omniscience, the God omnipotent, the God
Yep.
omnipresent. And I
Mm.
know everything is behind the control of God. So it is now in no worry, because I'm confident who I serve,
Mm.
and I know. So I know what people see is not my is not my final state. I
Right.
see that you know this morning I watched a little video, a little picture I had,
Mm-hmm.
and I say, and I look at to myself in that picture. I remember where I was. So
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
Right.
I remember where I was, and I still have the same confidence. You
Yes.
know,
Mm.
yeah.
Mm.
So I don't, you know, your current situation sometimes and can make you in a sense that you think that you are not enough.
Right. Right. It
So when you
does.
want when you want to buy something, when you want to, there are many things, in comparison of the what happened in the society right
Mm-hmm. Yes.
now.
Yes. Yes. They say, if your dreams don't scare you, then that means they're not big enough, right?
Yeah,
And sometimes God's given each of us dreams. And sometimes some of the things that I've seen for myself and heard for myself, I'm like, what, Lord? Me? No, 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 not me. Can't be. Maybe somebody else. But God has whispered dreams and goals and aspirations in each of us. And they're going to be very different because part of your story, right, is part of the places we come from. It's tied to our destiny and it's tied to our call. And being able to tap into your source and being able to hold on to that at every step of the way, whether you're on the mountaintop or the valley low, we have to hold on to that thing that our promises, our promises. And I think we have to constantly reevaluate what that is and define and redefine what that is.
It's really, I think that sometimes you say that the dream is too big for me.
It is. It is.
But and so I always dream to, and what I do today, and I say that the people in my country what give me the invitation in the studio or of the TV to make the show,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would like to do that. So, but I say that I can create it. I
Hmm.
remember that and it's really of the confidence that I have in God that
Yeah.
put inside of me. I said that I don't care. I don't care where you are,
Hmm.
where you from. If you want something, and nobody. So Google can write your story. You have to write your
Nobody.
story and put your story on Google. This is what I said. I didn't have a YouTube page, a YouTube
Hmm.
account yet, but I think that with my cell phone, as I do right now, I created TV. We created TV
We
now.
create it.
You know.
Yes. Yes.
So, and we truly believe that what we do is part of our journey, is part of
Hmm.
our dream,
Hmm.
our God-given talent. So we do it right. I think we do it right,
Right.
and we can do better, but we do it with confidence. But because if you don't believe in yourself, you will not come here to
Yeah.
do that.
Right. Right. And our confidence, man, our faith, everything we have, we it has to come from inside of us.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
we
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
looking, I think so many of us are looking for love in all the wrong places. But so many of us are looking for validation, that to say that we're enough. Some of us
Yeah. Yeah.
are
Yeah.
strong when we're within a certain crowd or a certain environment. And when you're not with these people, you're not with this group, you kind of shrink down, right? And we have to build that within ourselves. Nobody can make Kenyatta happy. Nobody. Nobody can make you happy, Edna. We
Yeah,
have
if
to
you
find
if,
that
if
for
you
ourselves.
if you don't want to be happy, nobody can do that. But sometimes
Mm-mm.
we expect validation, as a
Right.
human, and our nature as we do that, we expect a validation. People, please share it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we want many people to see us.
Mm-hmm.
But first of all, we have to believe what we have to offer is so important. Of
Mm-hmm.
course, we need more we need more views, and but it's not what defines us.
No, it is.
Nah,
Right.
it's not what defines us.
Right.
It's not
Right.
what defines if because as you say that many people right now is think they are not enough,
Mm-hmm.
think they are not enough just because they face a situation.
Mm-hmm.
Even myself, sometimes I face a situation, I say, oh, how can I do that? But when I believe that there's something that I can control,
Right.
so God will help me.
Yes.
God is helping me if I continue to do my best.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I believe in that. Do your best, believe that the best is yet to come, and continue to do your best again.
Yes. I like that. The best is yet to come. And
All the
all the
time I say it, the best is yet to come. With God, the best is yet to come. And I have another mother with a cousin. My cousin is not here. They say, forward is forward. With God, never backyard. You know,
time. Right.
backward.
Right.
Yeah, backyard. I don't know if my pronunciation is right about that. So, but you
Listen,
understand.
I
Forward
do.
is forward. With God, never back.
Mm-hmm. Behind us.
Yeah, backward. Yes,
Yes,
something like that.
always forward. God is never, so it's always forward. It's always forward, not backwards. But God always got our back for sure, you know. And I just want to, talk about one point, maybe one last point is I know even for me, as I started to become inspired to use my voice, inspired to just motivate people and encourage people. There was this voice in my head that I used to say, um, what qualifies you? What qualifies you? People look for certificates, people look for degrees, people look for, again, validation, right? Something to say that you're certified. And you know what? I had to remind myself of my promises. And you know what qualifies me? God qualified me, right?
That's great.
God,
That's great.
God qualified
You,
you.
oh
Our
my
journey
God.
and our story qualifies me, right? I've been through some things. Yeah.
Let me tell you another thing.
Uh-huh.
Some people don't see the qualification just because you don't have a certain amount of money.
Or
It's
education.
that it's certain. No, it's not a certain of education.
Okay. Okay.
It's not education. Because when people invite Mark
Hmm.
Zuckerberg to as as the director to give a speech at a university, they don't see Mark Zuckerberg as someone that have education. As when I say education, it's like a paper.
Mm-hmm.
It's what he accomplished in the tapestry of humanity.
Mm-hmm.
When they see Bill Gates, they don't see Bill Gates with a paper. So if we need a paper as a validation, we
Mm-hmm.
don't use our gift, our talent,
Right.
the capacity to innovate, the capacity to put something, the authenticity. You know, it, it's what the greatest validation.
It is.
You
And I
know,
say education here, because a lot of times when people are invited to do things or speak or put in front, people want to know what qualifies you. Yeah, sometimes I think maybe money offers a certain status, right? And it tells a story like Bill Gates, right? Or like Elon Musk. But on the other side of that, people want to know, what certifications do you have? What degrees do you have? What school did you go to? So those are other ways in which people try to use other things to qualify you. To qualify
and
you.
those people don't use this thing to qualify you, to disqualify you.
Or
You know,
disqualify you. Exactly.
yeah,
However you
disqualify
want to
you
look.
or discourage you to say that you can do it.
Right. Right.
One thing I believe that the source of your confidence as God is the Father of knowledge,
Yeah.
the discernment, all this thing. And that's why you don't have to let the limitation of people,
Right.
block you and that way to think that you cannot do it. Because,
Yes.
there's many examples of the creativity, human creativity,
Mm-hmm.
human innovation that put you
Yes.
is not a certificate you need. It's not a certificate. The certificate is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
can do better, you can go in school to do better in whatever area you want. But if you think only at the certificate, you will not go at the high level. I
Right.
remember when you see the people that earn more money on TikTok,
Uh-huh.
With this, something like that. And I remember his video. He talk about believe, 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 believe. But he say my English is not good. I work with my teacher. But it's not. Even his English is not good. He become millionaire. Every people want to listen to him right now, and now he can. And I can say that in the behind the scene, he keep working to improve in
Right.
certain area in the life, in
Right.
his life.
Right.
But if you think of the qualification, for example, if I think that I have to go in a better school to be able to speak with you, to create that environment that
Right.
we are
Right.
right now, so I can do that. I have the paper. I know many people in my country that have the paper, but they cannot sustain a conversation in English. They are good paper, but me, I don't have a paper.
And that's
But
what
I
I
work
just
on
want to point
myself.
that out. Like, let's not get caught up on the paper or the certifications, but let's get caught up in the promises. Let's get caught up in who we are. Let's get caught
Yeah,
up in our destiny. Get caught up in what God called us to be, right? And
yeah, yeah,
wherever
yeah.
you fall short and wherever you're not going to have enough or wherever, God is going to send you God is going to send you what you need. God has already
Yeah,
gone before us. God has
yeah.
already prepared a place for us.
I truly believe in that. And whenever people say, Edgar, you can do it where you are, you is not. I say, you don't know. You don't
Right,
know me.
right,
You don't know me. You don't know who I believe. You don't
right,
know where is my confidence. You don't know. You
right,
just see me in the past. You see an area of my life in the past. You know me better. Even for me,
right.
I'm on the verge of discovering who I am, what the meaning of my life that put me in this earth,
Exactly.
the
That's your
purpose. But
qualification.
you tell me what I can do.
Right. Based on what? Based on what? You obviously, so, and that's the
Best,
thing. Don't let
best,
people
best.
put us in a box. Don't let people put you in a box. Don't let yourself put you in a box. All I'm saying is, and
Yeah,
what I want to
yes, yes.
encourage is question, question your source, develop and grow your source of your confidence. And I just think as we start to just build, like I said, I started with Lord, I couldn't find the confidence in me. So I had to hold on to God's love and I had to hold on to those promises. And that became my rock. And it continues to be my rock today.
Yeah, it is. It is, and it's really is. So believe, believe, trust God, and believe in your God potential.
Yes.
And so the doubt, and people gonna come to
Mm-hmm.
see. Oh, for me, even both the compliment and the criticize,
Mm-hmm.
both. If people criticize me, I'd say I'm gonna do better. If
Right.
people if people compliment me, I'm gonna do better because I
Right.
know the higher altitude is
Mm.
God. So
Right.
you know
Right.
I look that perfection.
Right. And even in that, Edna, everybody's not going to understand your vision and everybody's
It's
not
not
going to
their
understand
job.
your dream.
It's not
So when
their job.
criticisms come, that's okay. When compliments come, that's okay. But also know everybody's not going to understand your dream. And we just have to hold close. Hold close.
It's your calling. It's not
Right.
everyone. Something I remember a quote like that. It's your calling. It's not someone. Do the best that you can to serve people with your calling,
Yes.
with what you have to do. But you don't have the time to explain people. Sometimes you try to explain people something, you understand that thing, you are on the verge to understand that thing, but people can understand it.
No, no.
It's not because you don't understand the internet that you don't use the internet.
Right. 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 Look,
so
yeah.
so
And even
that's
some of the
you know
greats, even some of the greats that we see today, even like the Elon Musk, the Disneys, even Bill Gates and their early years and their early journeys of their story and their dreams, nobody believed them. And
Yeah.
a lot of people didn't have faith in them. But what happens when you hold to your dreams and hold to your confidence? Just hold on tight. Hold on
it,
tight.
it, it's it's really wonderful. It's
Hmm.
really a wonderful topic, today.
Yes.
So believe in your dream, and experience tell you what to do, but confidence allow you to do it.
Yeah. Yes.
So I saw that quote in Stan Smith. He say, experience tell you what you do, but confidence allow you to do it. So you have
Yeah.
something that put inside you to do, just do it.
Just do it. If God put
Just
it in
believe,
you, just
to
do it.
do it. Because
Hmm.
there's someone that needs it somewhere that on the verge of giving up. So every time I can tell people, don't give up, never give up, do your best, and God will do the rest.
And God will do the rest. And my favorite is stay encouraged. Be encouraged. In all your doings, be encouraged.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
it's a good time. We are not going to spend the rest of night here.
I know,
So
I
we want
know.
to leave people with be encouraged, do the best that you can, believe that you can. God put it inside you to do it.
Hmm.
Do it anyway, no matter what people say, do your best.
Do your best. Thank you, Edna. This was a great conversation. And for those out there watching and coming across this, be encouraged. And I hope this reminded you, know the source.
Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear us?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
again.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
again.
Have
Have
a
a
good night and be
good
blessed out
night, good
there.
weekend, and do the best that you can, and God will do the rest.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.